So, Aquarius, your week commencing the 30th of June forecast suggests if there are things you want to crack on with, projects, plans, strands that require a lot of effort, focus, attention, you can really put a lot of energy in a very effective way this week, as long as you're not distracted, because there can be distractions. For example, there may be something you want to do for yourself that comes up with the quarter moon, and you could feel a bit conflicted about what you feel you ought to be doing for someone else. So important not to overpromise this week. Do focus on the essentials. But the link between Venus, the relator, and your modern ruler of Uranus, something around home or family relationships, could come into focus, and that takes us back in terms of the big picture to when Uranus first moved into Aquarius in mid-May 2018, clashed with Mars very badly. That may have been a time over those 4 or 5 months where some turbulence was seeded, and you may be finding out at this juncture, with Venus combining with Uranus, just how that's all played out. And if there are people that you just don't seem to have a connection to, the energetic exchange isn't quite right, you can't quite be yourself with them, however much they may be blood relatives or people you knew when you were very younger, that may be something that comes up again this week. But on Friday, Neptune goes retrograde in the chattiest part of your scope. Saturn's still there through to the end of August. That's interesting, but what's much more interesting is that Venus moves into the most divine part of your chart for pleasure, for socializing, for interacting, for glamour, but also for romance. And over the next month, you could have a really fun time. But the key is that Venus links back to Pluto in your sign, back to that retreat in Neptune, but also your traditional ruler of Saturn. So whatever you discuss over the end of this weekend could be very significant around all sorts of connections. Maybe is the Venus conjunction Uranus could see an honest exchange of views which clears the air and settles something down which hasn't been very good for some while. But equally, if you're not particularly settled in your abode, you may find yourself very restless and want to do something about it. And I think that Venus moving into Gemini is suggesting a connection to people is very important in the weeks ahead. So if life has felt a bit mundane and a bit practical of late, you're definitely going to want to bring out that more air sign energy, the communicator in you. But also it could be around where you live. So if you're living somewhere that's too small, too constricting with people, or an environment you don't really like, you may want to change it. And by the end of this week, your personality power, whether it's around a relationship, your social life, or where you reside, can all be part of your equation of positivity in the weeks ahead. Please join me at my new website at patrickarundell.com. There are so many brilliant cosmic goodies for you to enjoy, including your free daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, general, love and Vedic horoscopes, and also my superb free 3-card tarot. Please see the link below for more.